bullshit, dude. No way that's a skyfish. Looks like you just got some bug gut smeared on your lens.
I was there, Zap! I watched it slam into Gilbert with my own eyes!
I do apologize for alarming you so, although there's no cause for concern. As you can see, I'm perfect. Yes?
Gilbert Frank Ulstein. It has been far too long, my old friend.
My, what a lovely surprise. Hello, Headmaid Catherine Bates. To what do I owe this rarity?
I wish this was a social call, but it's business. I was informed you sustained some rather grave injuries.
Oh, how odd. Wherever would you hear such a thing?
Pretense will not deter this discussion. Despite his protective and reticent nature, Master Klaus could not keep secrets from me.
You personally rang him over this matter?
As head maid of the Reinhardt family, that is my devoir.
Yes, but
In
madam...
light of your health, I've dispatched additional aid to provide you relief.
Most unnecessary. An imperious judgment, madam. There it is. Hail Salem's Lot.
I'm ready to serve! I'm from the Reinhardt's Family Special Butler Corps. My name is Philip Lenore. I'm honored to serve you.
Holy crap, this dude is loud. Is he always gonna yell like that?
Mr. Lenore has been appointed to provide a supplementary interim aid. A thoughtful gesture, but I will maintain the primary role.
Are you all right? Perfectly fine. Merely resting. Please, Mr. Allstein. You need to convalesce. Allow me to execute the full purview of your duties. Please give me the chance to prove myself as a combat butler.
Huh? Did he say combat? What, like you fight?
When necessary, yes. Hey, Gilbert. He drank his tea? And he actually liked it? You're positive Gilbert didn't make it for him? This new guy must really know his stuff. Count me impressed. Bring him down! Fire! Fire!
What the hell?
I'm sorry, he looked so weak I couldn't help it.
Seriously?
I've called for a doctor. This should suffice until they arrive.
So he's performing admirably. Well, that's reassuring to hear. I should have known not to fret over Headmaid Bates' acumen.
You can drop the seething decorum around us. You've got every reason to freak out. That asshole's clearly angling to steal your job.
I would never be so paranoid.
I've gotta say, Gilbert's a pretty remarkable guy. No matter how crazy things get around here, he always takes everything in stride. And he seems to get along with every person he meets. The thing about him, though, it's almost like he doesn't have a presence. He's always just standing there in the background. Sometimes I don't even notice him. He just blends in like heavily bandaged wallpaper. So, the Eternal Hollow's further down that way. Trust me, you don't want to go anywhere near there. If you're gonna use mass transit, keep an eye out for the destinations marked with red letters. For those spots, your survival rate goes down by 30%, so avoid them.
I have to give this city its proper due. It far exceeds my imagination. I'm surprised you've managed to survive this long.
Yeah, but hey, it's not like every block of this city is a tin of rabid demons. There are still plenty of normal folks who live here too.
Hey, Leo. What's up?
How's it going, Vivian?
Not too bad.
You see, just your average diner. Normal as you can get.
Sure.
Who's this? Another friend from work?
Yes, I have the honor of serving as Lee.
Yeah? Lee what?
The Lee Av show begins! Who's feeling blue? The blues, yeah! Ba-da-ba blues!
I guess Leo's finally cracked under the insanity of living in this city. Broke his damn brain in two.
You do know I can hear you, right?
Hey, did I commit a faux pas back there? Saying the name Libra out loud like that?
Libra's got its fair share of enemies, and most other people are just leery of us. We're a secret society, so you know, it's safest to just keep it a secret.
Yeah, that makes sense. Watch it! Pardon me, sir.
Yeah, what do you want?
I want you to return the wallet you just stole.
Huh? Afraid you're mixed up, pal. Here, let me set you straight! Alright, you win! I'll give it back!
Thanks for that. I guess I owe you one.
Think nothing of it. All a part of the profession. But with this level of lawlessness, I worry about your safety here. Not to mention your finances.
I've got a system for that. I spread out the cash I've got. The wallet's just a ruse. I only keep small change in there.
Then you just expect it to be stolen from you?
Yep. The smallest bit of trouble here can spiral into chaos. It's best to shrug it off.
Caught you, Mr. Allstein. Thought you could sneak in some work when no one was looking, huh? Please return to your bed, sir. So, what was that?
Oh, amazing, isn't it? It's a sequencer for authoring my own symphonic compositions.
Oh, come clean. You don't have to keep everything under wraps. That's the command uplink system for Libra, isn't it?
This is one duty I cannot allow you to supersede.
And why not? I'm more than capable of learning.
I don't doubt your aptitude. It is too perilous. But if you were to learn the details of Libra's inner workings, the contents of your brain would be valued somewhere in the millions. You would live in constant pursuit from all manner of life forms.
And I would avoid them as you have.
This is not the reality you know. You're simply unprepared. There's little you could do to stop them.
I'm not strong enough. Is that it?
Indubitably.
There's a major flaw in your reasoning. Explain you. How have you lasted this long? And how can you allow Leo to freely travel on his own? If you think so lowly of me, then why don't you just tell me to leave? Please forgive me.
There's nothing to forgive. Such unflinching candor can prove to be a virtue. However, standing your ground and embracing confrontation isn't the only means of survival. You've had the chance to spend some time with Leonardo, so I'm certain that you've already witnessed that truth for yourself.
Damn it!
Whoa, man, careful with the glassware.
Oh, terribly sorry.
You're one gloomy Gus, huh? Well, whatever's on your mind. You can unload it on me if you need to.
For as long as I can remember, I've idolized Gilbert Frank Allstein, the legendary combat butler. By the time I was employed to serve the Reinhardt's family, he had already left the estate to accompany their third oldest son, Klaus, with his esoteric endeavors in Hellsalem's lot. There are those in need of protection, and if I am one of the few capable of performing such a deed, I will then be the first to volunteer. Those words of his, they exemplify the man's nobility. I truly believed I was the one who could assist him, but in reality...
You got him! Of course I did. Hang tight a sec. Just gonna take a quick little peek inside his brain. Won't take no time at all to whip up a list of his friends and family for you to hunt down and murder.
Hell yeah!
Whoa. Huh? Hang on. What the hell? This guy's involved with freaking Libra.
You what?
I'm out. No way I'm messing with that shit.
Hey, not so fast.
What are you thinking?
Oh, I'll tell ya. I'm thinking we just won the goddamn lottery.
Damn it, up! Give me back my burger, you prehensile dick!
Back after I've digested it. Damn these jack cheese runners.
Oh, good!
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Cracking, Pete.
Stop it! Give it back!
Hey, good morning, Philip.
It's evident something is amiss. If you've been compromised by means of duress, please signal by touching your face with your left hand. It's always a shock to see a brain extraction. I'm sure you're aware, but you've fallen victim to a dire procedure. Now, as to the matter of your brain, do you know where it is? Oh, goodness me, that complicates things. Well then, please seat yourself before the console. Try not to fret. Take your time and read every word on the monitors.
we just struck payday. Only reason Lever's got the power they do is because nobody knows nothing about him. But once we got eyes on the big picture...
We can frame it and sell it or burn it to smithereens!
This frame was a smart buy!
Interference is a common issue with brain control. They'll fall for it. Now then, Master Leonardo, would you kindly track down his brain with your all-seeing eyes of the gods?
Sure.
Got a lock. I'll reclaim the brain.
I would ask of you to remain behind, young sir. Mentally accoutre your feet with his symbolic shoes, to bear the dark onus of burdening his master, not to mention exposing him to grave danger. That is a shameful regret that will follow him for the rest of his life. Not to worry, though. I will swiftly and safely recover his brain. I assure you, that is an absolute certainty.
Hey, there's not enough room!
So damn stoic, Gilbert. He's right. Nothing wrong with asking your ass-kicking friends for help, 'cause that's what we do.
You'll have to excuse me, gentlemen. I was planning to call upon you once I had properly warmed up the car.
It's still down! What do we do? They're probably onto us!
Want me to waste the brain? You dumbass! We still got a data treasure trove stored in there!
Everyone calm down. Brain extraction remote signals are untraceable. They ain't ever gonna find us. Are you sure, boss?
So this is how I die. A disembodied brain in a bottle shot by frantic monsters. Not exactly the most dignified death.
Hey! What? Who the hell's the kid? Hey, you!
Get out of my face!
Greetings, my fine, enterprising thugs. As things stand, you currently have 3 options open to you. The first, release the brain from your possession and abscond into the night. The second, you can attempt to fight us and still lose possession of the brain. This option will lead to a surfeit of casualties on your end. And the third, you can foolishly panic and destroy the brain. This option will result in the comprehensive massacre of your crew. There will be no exceptions. We will find every last one of you and eviscerate you. So, which will it be? As a reasonable man, I would recommend option number 1.
I can practically taste the smoke you're blowing up my ass!
Sounds like you got some of that sundown dementia, Gramps!
So option 1 is off the table. You reprobate fools. Just remember, I tried to warn you. Don't bother begging for your lives. For the crime you've committed, I will see that you atone in a baptismal geyser of your own entrails and blood. I assure you this is not a threat. It is an absolute certainty.
Hey! Over there! They're in that factory!
Sorry, man.
No, think nothing of it.
Holy crap.
This will be somewhat bumpy. Please buckle up and hold tight.
I'm taking you to hell with me!
Gilbert, no!
And that's how it's done.
Don't gloat, you bushleague imbecile. It takes more than a sword through my head to kill me. The most damage you've inflicted upon me is the pain of having to purchase new bandages. You'll have time to regret challenging a regenerator when you're putrefying in hell.
You hang in there, Philip. Almost done.
Oh, man, I am starving. If you had simply told us you possessed regenerative abilities, then none of this would have happened in the first place, Mr. Allstein.
I'm sorry for my furtiveness, although this ability only activates within my body in the event of a fatal injury. When it comes to any other trauma or affliction, I'm just a normal, frail old man. I must say, despite my decrepitude, I am quite fond of this body.
Oh?
How else could I remain by Master Klaus's side, attending to his needs for many years to come?
I'm speechless. It's been an eye-opening experience. Literally. I've got a lot to learn. I can see that now.
Listen, Philip.
Sir?
Cheer up, lad. At least you have a face that's fit for this city now.
Yeah.
So, what do you say? Would you care to formally take a permanent position with us at Libra?
Oh, no.